I started writing plays because I've always been a writer, and for many years I wrote essays, slices of life, personal situations, family, women's magazines, religious magazines, newspaper op-eds, and the like, and I got satisfaction out of that. But after a while, it seemed like I wanted to do more, and what the more was is I met a gentleman who said when he grew up he wanted to do plays, and I said, oh, wouldn't that be nice? Maybe when I'm retired I would do that myself. And he told me to get my start by going to reading groups, and he suggested one, and that's how it worked. Now, why I started is because I realized I had some short stories that had some really good dialogue in them, and I could see them on stage. And I said, I'm going to try my hand at this. And I did. And it was a whole new learning experience. It was a new genre. I was a little nervous, but thank God it worked out. Got my start by looking around for black box theaters. I live near New York City, so I started there. I thought that would be a good idea, and I did find one. It was actually a festival, a contest festival, and I was able to then enter. And one thing led to another. Once I got into one theater, the reading group also had a theater on Long Island, and they picked up the play. It was called Letting Go, and what it was about was the difficult relationship, the dynamic change after a father and mother divorce, and there's grown children. This is taken from personal experience, which is what I write all my plays about. I draw on life experiences, mostly of my own, because I know them really well, and it's also very cathartic. So I wrote about that, and it's set against the backdrop of a lunch. Father comes out to see his grown daughter who just had a baby, and they have a very, very frank, heartfelt discussion about the difficulties that he's remarried, and the new wife isn't too keen on the idea of him continuing with his family from the past. That show has actually been my most popular show. It got a total of 15 performances, believe it or not. One of them was virtual. It's been in 4 or 5 theaters. The first time it got in that black box in Manhattan, was very interesting. It got 9 performances alone just there, because I kept making the finals. It was a contest, like I said, and I kept making the finals. This went on for a month. Although I didn't win, it continued along. What's it like to be listening to your own plays? It's a little weird at times, a little funny. I do laugh. I'm usually behind the scenes. The one I talked about, the father and daughter with the divorce, I was like, oh God, I can't listen to this again. I lived through this. I can't do this again. I can't listen. But, you do. Some of the plays, I had a conversation with my mother, Mother Teresa, and Princess Diana. They all died at the same time. That was called Trilogy. And some of that dialogue I was amazed about when I heard that. I'm like, oh, wow, I wrote that. So, it's a mixed bag. It's kind of interesting. It is a thrill to see your work come alive on stage, especially if you have good actors. They really make your production. Definitely August Wilson. I went to his Fences many years ago in the late 80s on Broadway, and I came out crying. The play really touched me, the story about a black family. I think it was in Detroit in the 1940s. And of course, later I saw the movie. Very, very touching. He resonated with me, August Wilson, and I'm glad he has a theater.